Hi, welcome to Pete's Perspective. Today's episode is titled, What is it about Jacinda? So if we really look at the global politicians, you'd probably say Trump is the easy guy to hate. And you'd say at the moment that Jacinda is the media darling. So I sort of want to analyse why is that the case, right? And if you're looking at those very simple terms, you could almost say she's the opposite of Trump. And so we can go through a list of things here. She's a woman, clearly. Trump is a man. She's young. Trump is old. She's progressive. I would argue socialist. Trump is a conservative. She's research-based, which is great. Trump is gut feel. She likes committees, lots of committees. Trump really doesn't care. I think she genuinely likes people, has great empathy. Trump is a bully. I guess you'd argue that she's pretty much focused on the international media as much as the domestic media. And I think Trump really doesn't care about the international media. So what does that mean? Well, I think if you look at the effectiveness of Jacinda, you could argue going into COVID, it hadn't been that great. Now, I know some people don't want to hear that, but if you look at the Kiwi World success, you look at key policies like capital gains tax, which they weren't able to get through. Now, some various reasons for that, including being part of a coalition government, which I understand. But it's hard to say that she's the most effective leader the globe has, which seems to be the praise running around at the moment. So what's happened over COVID-19? And I would argue New Zealand has done very well in COVID-19. It's hard to argue that, but a lot of that success is put down to where we are in the world. So if you look at our closest neighbour, Australia, Scott Morrison does not get the same sort of press, and I would argue because he's pale, male and stale. So I think that actually Jacinda, the media darling, is getting a fantastic run because a lot of those factors I just mentioned, not so much for policy. There we go, that's Pete's Perspective. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.